Hello there, World of Tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, the Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the AMX M454, a Tier 10 French heavy tank. I was about to say auto-loading, but this is one of the few French vehicles that actually doesn't carry an auto-loading gun. It's also one of the few French vehicles that has really good armor. When it comes to the French heavies, specifically the AMX 50B line, there's not really any heavy in the entire line that has armor. There's a premium, the Samwa. That one has decent armor, but even then, still has its fair share of weaknesses. I would say that the AMX M4 is actually one of the more armored heavies just in Tier 10 in general. Not only is it quite armored, it has a top speed of 45, it has fantastic alpha at 480, great gun depression at 8 degrees, and also it fires premium ammunition of AP, which means that you can actually penetrate a lot of enemy opponents. Overall, I think the AMX M4 is one of the best Tier 10 heavies you can play, which is weird because it has one of the worst overall statistics going for it. Now, I've been trying to think of why this is, and I've come up with two reasons. A, it's a collector, which means not a lot of people own it. And usually when I think of collectors like the AMX M4, that's more of an expensive vehicle. Usually people that are going to drop $100 or maybe even more on this vehicle aren't always going to be the best at the game. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but I definitely think that affects these statistics. Second of all, this is a very large tank. I mean, it's basically the same size as a mouse, except it doesn't carry nearly the armor the mouse does on the sides, on the rear, or even on most of the turret. So you can drive very quickly into the front line, and then you can also die very quickly, which is definitely something you have to keep in mind when using this tank. Now, the mouse on the enemy team bounced us, and we're going to fire a premium shell into his turret cheek. Unfortunately, it looks like we got hit by an E4 and lost about 650 health. I can't really blame the AMX for that. That's just the enemy team pushing into weird spots, and not much I can do about that. Alright, nice shot, though, into the mouse's lower plate. Once again, showcasing the alpha on this vehicle being fantastic. Alright, well, let's reload. Is this mouse going to poke us? I'm not really sure. Looks like he's going for it, though. And boop. There you go. Nice shot. Unfortunately, now we got an AMX 50B aiming at us as well. It appears that most of the enemy team has actually gone towards the other side of the map. Not much I can really do about that. But let's get a nice max roll into the mouse. And look at that. We've already taken a really substantial chunk off of his vehicle. He's only down to about 1,000 hit points at this point. We got the Object 140 and Boss Shotdown off to the side. Can't get a shell into the bat chat, but there you go. Nice 5/16 happen to the Object 140, and with that we're up to 2,400 damage dealt already. This is where that alpha just feels fantastic on this tank, and you can also see that the mobility is not too bad on it. It actually feels quite mobile in all things considered. We got the bat chat, and there you go. Nice shot into his turret. We still got 1,700 hit points left as well. I should point out that this is a fairly healthy vehicle for all things considered. This bat chat bounces a premium shell on the tank, and now he's in a bit of a poor situation here. Oh, I guess the 140 wants to poke. There goes 400 and something of his health. I don't know. I wasn't paying that much attention. We're going to hide my lower plate again. I guess I get shot in the hatch, and now we got the E4 pushing over here. I'm just going to back up, and look at that. Nice bounce from the E4. Let's go for a shell into his lower plate, and a 600 max roll right there. I mean, think about that. We're out-trading a Tier 10 tank destroyer in a French heavy. And look at that. HE damage does nothing to me. Another 400 tap into his vehicle, and with that, I mean, we are just holding this like a beast. Oh boy. But now we got, it appears, the bat chat off to my side again. We did get a nice bounce from the mouse, though, and we get a nice penetration into his vehicle. Can't back up anymore because we obviously have the enemy on our side. Gonna angle, and there you go. Another bounce from the 140. And that's it. I mean, this is the AMX M4. We clearly showcased in just this game how the vehicle has such a strong capability. I mean, the armor is fantastic, which is very rare to find for a Tier 10 heavy. But let's see, and fire. Oh, did that actually hit him? It did! Are you kidding me? We blind fired him, but the HE didn't roll high enough to kill him. That is so sad. Okay, well, if we're gonna do this again, I was gonna say, alright, you know what, 3, 2, 1. Oh. Alright, well, our TVP and 121 are going to head up there, and I don't see this guy really getting away from my teammates, so hopefully our TVP is going to clear him. There you go. Alright, we came out with a victory for the first battle, and we very easily showcased where the AMX M4's armor is very good. It's situational, it's very situational, because its turret is huge and makes a lot of weaknesses, but if you're able to hide your lower plate, angle it the way I did, look at that, 3,455 blocked, 4,800 dealt, pulled out of mastery. I mean, is there really anything else to say about this tank in that first battle? We used our tungsten, we got a couple max rolls out for 600. This is just such an enjoyable tank for me to play. I would definitely put this up there, especially after update 9.1, after Wargaming kind of buffed this tank with tungsten. I would probably rate this as one of my favorite tier 10 heavies. Maybe it is the favorite now. I might put this above the 5A, because this carries the same mobility as the 5A at 45 kilometers per hour now, and it's got more gun depression than the 5A. It's got more penetration than the 5A. It's got probably more DPM with tungsten added on with that adrenaline, and it's got way better armor for all things considered. I mean, look at the mobility on this thing. We are easily speeding up to 45. It's so weird to be driving a tank that weighs like 60, 70 tons and have way better mobility than a tank like the IS-7. And its turret traverse is very fast, as you can see. So we're going to wait right here, see if the enemy makes a mistake. They do have two 183s, so I don't necessarily want to play over-aggressive in this battle. That sounds like a mistake if you were to ask me. Now we have the enemy AMX-50B all the way up at the back there, and he's getting nuked. It looks like he got hit by that 704, and then he got shot again. We got a 183 off to the side over here. Interesting. Not really sure what he's doing, but if he's going to back up, which he did do, there you go. Nice 555 tap. Now, I am probably going to lose about 1,000 here. I specifically angled it so that he couldn't hesh pen me, but yeah, that's just 183s for you. Not much you can do about them. Alright, let's back up. Let's aim in a shell onto the AMX. There you go. Especially with tungsten on, there was almost no possibility of us low-rolling that. And we've dealt 1,000 damage, which isn't too bad. Because this tank actually has sandbags, it can hold a lot of HP. So it looks like the enemy 183 is not poking that spot anymore. So we're going to push over this way. There's the Waffenträger. Let's aim it on his tank. Hello. And nice. Get a bounce. And look at that. 565 HE. Now, it seems like Wargaming still has not fixed the spall liner issue where you can't see when enemy tanks are running spall liner, which kind of sucks, but oh well. Alright, 183 fired. We're going to aim in a shell on his upper plate. Nice 453 tap. And let's just keep on going. Our 183 missed that shot. That's honestly kind of sad, but not much I can do about that. What I can do is tap you again. 517 in that shell. Pretty beefy one if I say so myself. Waffle misses our hatch, and I'm just going to drive around this corner. I don't really think this 183 has much of a strong situation against us because he's going to die. I mean, that Waffle's not going to kill us, and this 183 just loses. This is why having a lot of HP as a heavy feels really nice when fighting a tank destroyer like the 183. All that's left is the enemy Waffle, who I'm just going to aim at. Hopefully he's going to cross out in the open, which he did. Fire. I aimed that a little poor, I'll be real. I could have aimed that a bit better, could have aimed it a bit longer, so that's a bit on me. Unfortunate, but we still came out with a victory. We came out with a pretty solid victory as well. The AMX M4, we only were able to showcase 2 battles, and as you can see, those are the only 2 battles I've played in the tank today. But even with that aside, this is a fantastic heavy. It's got mobility, it's got armor, it's got penetration, it's got everything going for it. Plus, after 9.1, it has sandbags, making your hit points 2,800 on a vehicle that has no right having 2,800 hit points. So overall, I think it's a great tank. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. But other than that, I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.